we ready? सुमित वो कह रहा है अपनी जोन का भी नाम उसे अंबिका हैबिट.com करें, जैसे मैंने स्मिली का करा स्मिली को को होस्ट बना दो जो वो हैबिट्स आएंगे। आता है ना करना?
कैंसिल कर दो।
Evening, sir.
गौरव ये वीडियो नहीं बंद हो रही है, उसका म्यूजिक
4:59, sir. Just 1 minute to go.
Just 1 minute to go, sir. हाँ.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
हो गया.
Amba, my video. Hello.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good to see you.
Ganpati.
Jyoti ma'am, should we start? It's fine. I think we should, Miliji. Okay. A very good evening and namaskar to all. On behalf of Action Committee, I, Principal, Greenfield School, extend a very warm and hearty welcome to Shri S.K. Bhattacharya sir, our Chief Guest, Mr. K.C. Ganapati, and Mr. Varun Thakur, distinguished principals, parents, teachers, coaches, students, to the inaugural ceremony of the Inter-School and International Chess Tournament. I take this opportunity to invite our respected Shri S.K. Bhattacharya sir, who has kindly agreed to bless us all. An inspiring leader of the private unaided schools. They say a house is only as strong as its base, and sir, you are proof of that strength. A true mentor. We all look up to you for your valuable advice and guidance always. Sir, kindly address us with your inspiring words.
First of all, it's a great pleasure to be with you this evening I'm really very happy that during the pandemic, when the students are at home and they are having no other activity, and in fact they're getting bored inside that remaining in a wall, four walls plus the house is really very difficult, especially for the students, because they are so energetic and they are so active. They want to go out, they want to play, they want to mix up with the children. And this is the time that very appropriately the Action Committee has decided to organize an inter-school chess competition. And I believe that large number of children from all across Delhi, maybe some of the children will also be participating from the schools. We are going to make the event very eventful. And more importantly, the two Olympians who have agreed to be the chief guests on today's occasion, certainly they are not only inspire our children, they also set examples for the other young boys and girls. This has now become a very important international game. It is very popular not only in India, it is popular all around the world. And playing chess is a mental exercise. It also gives a positive thinking and positive attitude. And this is also a tool for the development of personality. Apart from a game, it is also a mental game. It is also a game of your mental exercise. And it's also a game where you are all the time applying your mind. But this is a very important game that we organize, and I'm very happy that now this game is becoming more and more popular among the students. Every school today has got chess as one of the games. Again, I will say that congratulations to Jyoti Arora ji and other members of the organizing committee for organizing this wonderful activity for the children of various schools in Delhi and across India. Once again, my congratulations to all of you and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your very inspiring and encouraging words. I now invite the dynamic principal of Mount Abu School, Mrs. Jyoti Arora, who is also the recipient of many prestigious awards. She's just been conferred the CBSE Most Prestigious Award. She is our go-to person. Ma'am, please welcome the chief guest, Mr. K.C. Ganapati.
Thank you very much, Minnie ma'am, for your kind words and the opportunity. A very pleasant evening to all present on this grand occasion of Inter-School International Chess Tournament inaugural ceremony. Very warm greetings to each one of you. On behalf of Action Committee, which is an umbrella organization of many educational forums and associations with more than 1,500 private unaided schools of Delhi and across the country, I, Jyoti Arora, Principal Mount Abu Public School, would like to extend a very cordial welcome to our chief guest of the day, Mr. K.C. Ganapati and Mr. Varun Jakar, Honorable Guest of Honor, Shri S.K. Bhattacharya ji, and winners of the championship, Mr. Bharat Arora, General Secretary, Action Committee of Unaided Private Schools, and Madam Minnie Khanna, Principal, Greenfield Public Schools, Safdarjung in Clay. I also extend a very warm welcome to Madam Pratibha Kohli, Principal, Maharaja Agrasen School, Madam Prachi Grover, Secretary, Action Committee, Mr. Abhishek Giri, Secretary, Action Committee, and all other office bearers present in today's session, and Mrs. Ambika Malhotra, the organizer, and above all dear participants, teachers, parents, coaches. Both our chief guests today are going to be a great source of inspiration for many young participants here. Chess was their priority, was their passion since their childhood. Although the choice between the studies and sports was quite tough to my understanding, but their experience is evident to showcase the determination and dedication they possess. So I consider this as a great opportunity and a privilege to introduce our young chief guest, Mr. K.C. Ganapati, who is one of the chief guests, a proud recipient of first senior national title in 49 at the YAI Senior National Sailing Championship, gold medal in the Hyderabad Sailing Week a year later, and bronze medal at 2018 Asian Games. He has conferred glory to our nation through his high achievements. He has represented India at multifarious events like European Championship, Oceania Championships, Princess Sophia Regatta Asian Sailing Championship, and Asian Games, to name a few. Mr. Ganpati, you will have to excuse me if I have mispronounced any of the championship here. So he is also one of the 4 sailors competing in Tokyo for the first time in Olympics history. We are very proud of you, and we are also very fortunate to have the presence of the most respected, the most dynamic leader of our action committee, president of our action committee, Shri S.K. Bhattacharya sir, as the guest of honor of today's ceremony. Sir is a renowned educationist with revolutionary thoughts. He possesses 5 decades of rich experience of working in and working for the schools. Sir is a great promoter of the principal aim of Action Committee, that is quality education for all, and involves all best practices in school education. The committee members consistently work for the holistic development of our young learners associated with school education, and holistic development denotes being an all-rounder. So talking about chess, as Sir said, chess is a wonderful mental exercise. It is also an integration of art, science, psychology, and strategy. An ancient game which has deep roots in Indian culture and is now referred in game theory as well. Game theory of economics, marketing and strategy, leadership courses all across the world. So it teaches the players the culture of thoughts, accuracy, and creativity, which is the need of the hour. And the positive impact of chess can be visualized in children's commitment, flexibility, and brainstorming. And of course, participation in a grand tournament is a great honor for every participant. So I would just advise all the players, if you see a good move, look for the better. So I'm sure competition will be tough but exciting, and we will witness many beautiful and meaningful games ahead. I wish all candidates good luck, motivate your kings and knights, and have a great game ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jyoti ma'am, for this in-depth knowledge on chess and great insight into the action committee working. Thank you so much. I now invite our distinguished educationist of 3 decades of dedicated service, Madam Pratibha Kohli, Principal Maharaja Agrasen School. She has also been recently conferred upon the CBSE prestigious award. Madam, please introduce the other chief guest, Mr. Varun Thakkar, the Olympic team who is representing the India in the Olympics in Tokyo to be held shortly. Over to Madam Pratibha Kohli.
Thank you so much, Vini ma'am. It is really an honor and a privilege for me to be a part of this inaugural ceremony. I extend my warm welcome to Shri S.K. Bhattacharya, President, Action Committee, Shri Bharat Arora, Ma'am Jyoti Arora, Ma'am Prachi, and all participants and our audience who are keenly watching this wonderful initiative of yours, because we understand that children are bound indoors these days, and hence arranging such a wonderful championship for students where they will be able to participate online is really going to be very, very enriching. I welcome the chief guests, Mr. Ganpati and Mr. Varun Thakkar. It is said that champions keep playing unless they get it right. And it is so true about chess. Playing sports, interacting with others, and being part of a team enables students to develop numerous skills like teamwork, leadership, accountability, and so much more. Varun Thakkar is 2019 Asian Championship gold medalist, which is such a great honor. And he is also the 2018 Asian Games bronze medalist. Together, Mr. Ganpati and Mr. Varun Thakkar have represented India at so many international events, and it's an immense honor to have them as chief guests for the program. Mr. Thakkar is a part of the Indian sailing team and the first Indian team to qualify for the Tokyo Olympics. He will contest in the 49er event at Tokyo 2020 with his partner, Mr. Ganpati. And I must say that I read so much about him on the internet today, and we are overawed by his inspiring presence. His family has supported him immensely, and he was 7 years old when he first started sailing. It is great that a 26-year-old person, Mr. Varun Thakkar, is on his maiden sprint to Tokyo Olympics. What an honor! And we wish you all the best for the Olympics on behalf of Action Committee. It's a privilege, it's an honor to have you amidst us, and our best wishes to you for the grand event. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pratibha ma'am. May I now request Shri K.C. Gadapati to please address the children and motivate them with your inspiring words.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for having us. The director, Mrs. P. Khanna, chairman, Mr. Anil Khanna, principal, Mrs. Mini Khanna. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here. We're truly grateful for this. I won't be too long, but we always say sailing is like playing chess on the water because there's a whole lot of wind shifts and looking at other competitors and playing your moves and anticipation. If you're reacting, you're too late. And to be honest, before I start off talking about our sailing and everything, all of us in the Olympic sailing team, we love chess. And every day we play a whole load of chess. And in fact, we jokingly call each other Gary, Magnus, and Rishi after the legendary grandmasters. And normally our chess games aren't won or lost by skill. It's just who makes the worst move and loses the queen. So it's truly an honor to be here and inaugurating this chess tournament with Mr. Sri Bhattacharya. Thank you so much. Varun and I started sailing really young, and schooling did take a back foot, but we worked really hard on this sailing front, and it's going pretty well. So we're happy about that. That said, if there are a few things I've learned, it's not necessarily what you do in training camp or like for few months before tournaments. It's what you've done all your life and put in everything. You need to live chess like morning, evening, night, watch videos and everything, and keep working. That's the only way you're going to be champions. Work hard and enjoy what you're doing. If you don't enjoy it, there's no point in doing it. And winning sometimes isn't necessarily in your hands. It comes down to a whole other factors. And all you can do is work hard, and normally luck favors the people who work hard. So good luck, everybody. It's truly an honor. I hope all your gambits and all your moves work, and I look forward to watching if possible. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Mr. Ganpati. May I now request Sri Varun Thakkar to please do the honors, address the children.
Hi, good evening, everybody. One second. Can you guys hear me? Sorry.
I believe both of you are in Europe and there is a time difference there.
So not yet. We fly tomorrow, and yeah, we're excited for that. So let me just start off. Good evening, everybody. I would like to thank the director, Ms. P. Khanna, Chairman, Mr. Anil Khanna, and to the principal, Mini Khanna, for having us. And also, Mona Narang for helping us be here. It's been an absolute like Gana said before. It's been, I mean, it's good to be part of this chess tournament and hope we could inspire like a lot more people to get into sailing after this. It's not that much different, but I'm sure that hopefully these few kids can come into sailing after this. Um, there's not much I actually have to say, like a very little bit, because Gala kind of said most of it. And so, yeah, basically, me and Gala sail the boat, and there's not much different. If you want to do what you want to do, it comes down to three things: being honest with yourself, a lot of devotion, and you just need to keep going at it. Like a winner is someone who's been a loser in the past and who just took another attempt at it to come back and win it. So you have to stay with it, keep keep it calm, keep it simple, and everything will be rewarding. So I think you guys will, I'm sure, seeing kids at 7 years old play chess, which is pretty impressive and inspirational for Gala and myself as well. I think we'll like hopefully see the next Vishwanath Anand or Magnus Carlsen sitting in one of you guys and bring pride back to the country. So really happy to be part of this. Thank you guys so much and good luck. Hopefully someone could open a Sicilian defense and I'll be watching that. So thank you guys and cheers, best of luck.
Thank you so much, Mr. Varun Thakkar. With the permission, can we share the video, that the Daredevil video, which we really wanted to show to the children? If you don't mind, can we just share that?
Yeah.
Thank you. Then we move on to the question answer session.
That's great. I will be requesting Mr. Ganapati to tell us a little more about this game, sailing.
Yes.
Because sailing, there are a number of different events of sailing and all. And sailing is also, although very popular in India, but actually our school-going children are not having any exposure to sailing. Because in Delhi, hardly there is any sailing. Only if Noida or some other places, there is some sailing, and I think army people and air force people are practicing there mostly. So what I want to understand from Mr. Ganapati and his friend a little more about sailing. I myself is a sports person, you know. I'm also associated with the Sports Authority of India. I was also connected with the Fit India movement and all, but my game was different, not sailing. I generally played cricket. I was the college captain, and I played Ranji in 1958, 59. But I have never been exposed to sailing, although I believe it's a very, very thrilling game. And very, not only thrilling game, is a actually game of some people with a lot of courage and determination. There's a lot of hard work, a lot of maneuvering is required for the sailing, and a lot of stamina is required for sailing. So kindly tell us a little more about sailing so that we can inspire our children. Maybe not 100, 200, at least some students will start thinking, why not? I also like sailing. I like to go for sailing. And I like to get some instruction from somebody like you so that that's how we can make this game a little more popular amongst boys and girls. As you say, you are 26-year-old. And at the age of 26, we have already qualified for Olympic 2020 Tokyo. When the Olympic will going to be held is a $1 million question. I don't know whether it could be held in the 21, 22 because of the prevailing situation of pandemic. Once you go and represent your country, and not only I am having a lot of faith in you, I am quite confident that you will come back to India, will come back with a lot of accolades. It's not a question of gold medal or silver medal or the bronze medal. It's a question of a performance. Kind of a performance, kind of effort that you put in your competition that is more important. And I'm 100% sure your performance is going to bring glory to the country. I will again request you to kindly say a few words about this game, sailing.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, sir. Very, very kind words. And for sure, we'll really work hard and we will come back one day with some proper medals. And if I'm going to speak about sailing, it's we sail the 49er class of boat. It's called the men's high performance boat. It's the fastest boat in the Olympics. And both Varun and myself, in the video, we hang out and our body weight balances the sails. So basically, the way a sailboat works is it's only wind power. The sails on the sailboat are used, so we harness the sails on the sailboat with ropes and our own body weight to use the wind and go against the wind and with the wind. So the way a sailboat race works is there's a start line, there's a upwind mark, uh, so I don't want to keep it too complicated. Our sail works like an airplane wing. So when the wind hits the sail, there's high pressure created on the windward side, and there's low pressure created on the leeward side. And the sideways movement is converted to forward movement by the blades in the water. So a sailboat can't go straight into the wind. We go zigzag, and we come back zigzag with the wind. So the key in a sailboat race is that you have your compass on the boat. The wind doesn't stay exactly the same. It keeps shifting. So you use those shifts to your advantage. You look around, you use the tide, you use the waves, you use the extra wind coming on one side or the other. To be honest, when you start off, it's just about going out, surfing the waves, enjoying that spray on your face, that beautiful sea breeze. And as a 7 or 8 year old kid, it's phenomenal because it gives you a whole load of independence. You're taking your boat out to sea, you're bringing it back, you're harnessing those waves. Storms come, you see dolphins. It's absolutely phenomenal. Not only is it physical, it makes you think because you have to use the wind. You just can't get blown away by the waves and the wind. You need to know, so you need to know where you're going, where you're heading. You learn east, west, north, south. You travel to few new places. And as a kid, you can't ask for better. You become independent. You learn to travel. You learn to make your own food. The whole works, and it's a whole lot of fun because you're traveling with other young kids like yourself. And I recommend it 100%. Farid and I are starting a sailing school, so you guys, if you ever want to come join us, and we'll help you have a blast.
Also, a sailor has a lot of great character. And this is question of your character, your determination. That's very important in sailing. Is that so? How you got inspired to choose this game, not any other game. You know, in India, first choice is always. Then we talk about other games like tennis or badminton or football or hockey or volleyball or kabaddi or wrestling and all. But how that you ultimately decide to choose sailing as your first game, and now you're excelling. Of course, this is your game of passion, no doubt about that. But how did you get this passion? Was it automatic or somebody inspired you?
Should I answer this or should Varun answer this?
Both of you can.
Okay. So let Varun go first.
I think for both, I'm speaking for both of us. It didn't start as we want to sail. We just started off we started to enjoy the waves coming down, surfing those big rollers in Chennai. And sailing is like handing over a car key to a 10-year-old child and being like, here, go out and have some fun. Like, you get that independence that you are in control of something. And we got that in. I mean, for me, it was the excitement of coming down a wave and, surfing and being dunked in the water and stuff like that. So I think, and the independence that I got, that in the ocean, that you're free, there's so much space, you see so many things, your friends are out there, you're racing for fun. And the competition between Ghana, when me and Ghana were racing as a younger thing, it was actually a fun competition. And we used to fight for the hose pipe. So whoever comes back wins races on the water comes back and like washes our sail first. Like it was like a hierarchy, like privileges. And that's the competition spirit that we built through the years and then eventually fell in love with it. I mean, I think it was a bunch, the environment that we were in as like having people our own age, it was like the big waves, and it was the freedom that you could control a boat by yourself when you're like 10 years old or 11 years old. I think all of that together set us up to like enjoying the sport more and then taking it up more seriously. I think it started off as fun, and then the passion built up to like competing in it.
Yeah, thank you. At the end, I would like to say, because my age is not allow me, because I'm already 80 plus. And I've been of your age now. I would have chosen sailing because I also believe in adventure. I also believe in this kind of activity and all. But it is too late for me. But I'm quite sure if I cannot join sailing, my other friends will certainly join sailing. Maybe two, maybe four, maybe five. Maybe some boys and girls, they today decide, okay, I also like to learn sailing. And that would be a wonderful thing because both of you, way that you inspired some of us, including a man of my age, I'm quite sure that some of the boys and girls who are watching today's inaugural function of the inter-school chess competition organized by the Action Committee. You will find there are many more your admirers, and they will also follow your footsteps. Thank you very much.
Sir, I just wanted to chip in here. Even at 80, you can come with us.
Come on, come on, allow me
So
to
you
be
have an open invitation.
allow me
all
to
of
be-
you.
Yeah,
Open invitation to all of you.
Thank you very much. once
And
again.
thank you, Mona Anand ma'am, for this amazing opportunity.
We have a few young
My
achievers
pleasure.
who have a few questions. We have Saksham Soni of class 9 from Mount Abu School. And she has a question for you, Mr. Ganapati.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Saksham Soni, are you there?
Yes. Good evening, sir. It was indeed a very enriching session. I have really learned a lot of new things. So my question is for Ganpati sir. Sir, can you share any experience with us where one single move has turned the table upside down for you?
Upside down. So, talking about upside down, the last medal. So what happens is you have 15 races in a sailing event, and at the end, after the 15, the top 10 sail a medal race, and the medal race is a double point race, where if you win, so basically it gives the 10th guy a very good chance of beating the first guy. So this time in Oman, the Olympic qualifier, we were sailing and I made a mistake and I fell off the boat. So everything was up. Thankfully, Varun saved the boat and I jumped back on and we were able to catch up and in fact win the event. So if one move you were asking, that's one move. I fell off the boat and it wasn't a great move. But that said, if you're talking about a tactical move, there are multiple tactical moves. Sometimes you get a shift wrong, and if there's anything we can learn, if you've made a mistake, accept your mistake, take your loss. Don't dig deeper and deeper and kill yourself more. So in sailing, we always say you make a mistake, you're coming 10th instead of first. Don't try and gamble and do something crazy and finish 20th. Just take your 10, and when your next chance comes, you can fight for the win. So I hope I answered your question.
Thank you, sir, a lot.
So we have Ritvi Maheshwari from Vidya Bharati School. Ritvi, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening. Myself, Ritvi
Good
Maheshwari.
evening.
Good evening. Myself, Ritvi Maheshwari from Vidya Bharati School. This year has been a year full of challenges for everyone. And to see an Indian team at Olympics is indeed a matter of great pride. Could you share with us how you manage to balance your performance with the additional demands being put on you due to COVID 19?
I'll let.
So, I the additional demand, I don't think it was really an additional demand. It was just restrictions of not able to travel and for training in places that we want to go. There's the freedom of that. But I think Gana and myself have a really solid process that we both follow and we stick to saying, and we have our principles set right, like keeping it simple, don't overcomplicate it, don't gamble away things that you already have your control over it. And I think us keeping our process so good and with the help of our coach, obviously, it's been a process of 10 years that we've built to reach this stage. I'm not saying it'll come overnight. So this COVID hasn't really affected that because we've kept our mind in it. We know what we believe works, and if anything goes wrong, we go back to the basic and then start again from there. So uh, I like people ask, has this been a really difficult time for us? I would say not really because we have a process and we believe that our process will back us and support us all the way.
So over to Samriddhi. Samriddhi has a few questions.
Okay, Vardhan Behel would like to ask some questions from the sailors.
Yeah,
Go
sure.
ahead. Yeah, sure.
Vardhan, please unmute yourself, beta.
I am Vardhan Behel from Sriniram School. I would like to ask a question to Mr. Ganpati Chengata. What fitnesses do you follow to be the more what fitnesses do you follow to be the best sailor of India?
So currently our boat, the demands are massively has been to increase our weight because the heavier we are, we can handle the boat more. So there was a lot of training involved to increase muscle mass. Secondly, so that's a lot of weight training. We didn't do too much cardio, so it's mainly been weight training to become heavier and bigger, and also a lot of agility. Because if you saw our boat, we're like jumping around and like flying out and doing a lot of things like that. So a lot of weight training and a lot of agility stuff like throwing balls, balancing on the bozu ball, and stuff like that. And if you want, you can message us on Instagram or something, and we're happy to answer you in more detail.
I think he's too young for that, Gana.
Now wants to ask another question, please. Radhya, please unmute yourself. Radhya, you can unmute yourself and ask the question.
How are you so good at sailing a boat?
I'll let Varun take this one.
We're not that good. We're just really hardworking sailors who put in the time, and like how I'm sure you're going to be putting in the time to play chess every day. We do the same thing, and we really enjoy what we do. So I think a process when you are 19 years old, you're going to be a grandmaster, and the same way we progress through the time that we've become really good sailors. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Radhya. Okay, Avyang Prasad would also like to ask one question.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. My name is Avyang Prasad. Today, I would like to ask you a question. How many hours in a day do you practice to be so good?
So basically, our day we have either 2 to 4 hours of sailing practice. Depending on the intensity of what we are doing, it becomes, if it's low intensity stuff, it goes to 4 hours. If it's high intensity, it's 2 hours. And then around an hour and a half, 2 hours in the gym, briefing, debriefing. If you put everything together, washing the boat, it's a full day's work. So morning we start off at around 6, and it ends by evening. By 5:36 we come home. So it's a solid day's work. But if you want to join as a little kid, you don't have to put in that much. As a little kid, I just did Sundays and Saturdays, and or just Sundays also, and then it progressed over time. So like now it's a full-time profession for us, so it takes that much. But for you and all the kids starting off, you don't have to worry. Just Sunday afternoon, just go out, have a blast, and
like any other kid, I have also one more question to you.
Yeah, sure, sir.
I don't know how I'm becoming more and more educated about sailing. My question to you would be that you see, for every game, there are three things which are very important. One is of course skill. Number two is the physical fitness, and third is very important at your psychological strength, your mental strength. So these are the three things that is very important for any game. Where skill is there in every game, physical fitness is there every game, stamina is there in every game, psychological, the mental strength is again in every game. What exactly is your total schedule for all these activities? How much of time do you spend in a gym? How much of time do you spend with a counselor? How much of time you are going for a practice? What are the tips that you get in order to improve your skill? Because competition, international competition, is very tough now. And India, although has started entering into international games in sailing and all, but India is not very high when they compare to the international standard. But still, the people like you now bringing laurel to the country, and you are doing so well at a very international events and all. But the number of such sailors in the country who are of the international standard must not be very large. The number will be very handful. Those who are really doing very well at international level. Would you like to say something about it?
So both of us will say something. I'll go first. Like you said, the mental side is so important because everything starts in the mind. Whether having the motivation to get up and go training when you don't want to, and year after year, week after week, just chipping away continuously through the bad times. Um, I always say everybody can win. Like once you win, people tell you, "Oh, you're doing really well. Oh, great stuff. You go do some, like be a chief guest and all of that." But the key is when it's not going well and there's nobody around you, that you continuously have that self belief and keep chipping away. So if you're going to tell yourself you're going to lose, you're 100% going to lose. There's without a doubt you're going to lose. All you have to tell yourself is that you're going to win, and you get up each morning and you do what's required. And at the end of it, if you don't win, you'll still be able to carry uh, that same drive and motivation to something else. Like you said, finally in the end, there's only one person who wins the Olympics, but it's not all the rest aren't losers. That same drive and motivation that you develop and the processes which Warren talks about that you develop, you can take it to different aspects of your life. That said, yes, we do work with sports psychologists. For me, I enjoy doing a little meditation, doing a little journaling, just a small prayer. It kind of gets my day going, and I feel way better once I do that. Like I said, 2 hours in the gym, 4 hours of training, and that's involved in a sailing campaign, like the paperwork, logistics, all of that. And yes, so that's what it looks like from my side. Varun has a different routine and he enjoys different things. So you should listen to his side.
Most of the questions were coming from young kids, 6, 7, 8, 9-year-old. I thought
yes,
rather kid who is 8-year-old.
As we all should.
Thank you very much. Thank you once again. Wonderful session with you.
And
Thank you
lastly,
very much.
Sankar Narayanan from Greenfield School would like to ask a question.
Good evening, sir. I'm Shankara from Greenfield School. I just wanted to ask that who was your inspiration to take up sailing?
Varun, go for this one.
Inspiration, like honestly, Sir Ben Ainsley, he's a British sailor who's won 5 Olympic medals, 4 golds and 1 silver. I think he really, like when I started sailing, I looked at his videos to learn, few techniques and eventually started like getting motivated by him. So I would say Sir Benensley. But now I'm hoping to compete against him in the near future. So hopefully me and Gana should be able to do that. And yeah.
So one last question from Nidhi Jain of class 7, Maharaja Aghasen School. She has a question related to chess. And since you both mentioned that you play chess daily, so you could suggest her one good move for the forthcoming tournament. Nidhi, you're there? Nidhi Jain of Maharaja Aghasen School.
I am Vidhi Jain from Maharaja Aghasen Model School. I have to ask the questions regarding the tournament. What is the time duration of the match?
Nidhi, all these questions will be answered by the added team. Do you have any other question?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, any important point we have to take care while playing online tournaments?
Is that a question to us or is that a question for you guys?
I think you can answer that. What she has to keep in mind while playing the tournament.
So if you start taking chess advice from us, it's all downhill from there. No, but that said, I always open with pawn to e4, and then it's like hell in a handbag. Whatever happens, happens. No, but that said, if there's anything we can say, if you make a mistake, accept it, take your loss, don't keep digging the hole deeper. So I don't have any chess advice, just life advice, I guess. So. I hope I answered the question.
Yeah, of course. So thank you so much. May I now request Ambika Malhotra from ADIT.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Respected Sri S.K. Bhattacharya, sir, distinguished principals, chief guests, and my dear students. I'm Ambika on behalf of the ADET team. I, Ambika, on behalf of the ADET team, welcome you to this grand virtual chess tournament. We are delighted. We are in the digital age. From our daily needs to entertainment, everything is online. How could education be left behind? Am I right? AdEd Evolution Enrichment. AdEd is a virtual enrichment institution co founded by two very passionate educationists, Mrs. Smridhi and I. At AdEd, we believe that each child is unique and has a capability that can be nurtured and that will be nurtured. Our goal is to provide value oriented programs and focus on developing the intelligence, cultural, emotional quotient in children to make them global citizens of the world. With the world becoming smaller every second thanks to technology, we at ADED have created a global virtual classroom. Global classroom? Let's see. Yes, we have. We have learners not only from different cities in India, but from different countries as well. In one class, we have students from Malaysia, Hong Kong, Singapore, Sri Lanka, and different parts of the Middle East, interacting with each other, respecting each other, as well as learning from each other. We at ADED have brought together 1,600 students to participate at this grand chess tournament, which is just a beginning for us. My best wishes to all the participants. May the best one win, but with honesty. Over to you, Smriti.
Thank you so much, Ambika. Hi, everyone. I would like to welcome all of you for the Inter-School International Chess Competition by the Action Committee in association with ADED India. We're truly honored to have all of you here with us today. Our target to organize this tournament in collaboration with the Action Committee was to promote chess as a sport and reach out to students across different parts of the world while giving them a platform to showcase their skills and their talent in times of pandemic. At ADIT, we have a panel of national and international chess arbitrators who have developed our program in such a way that the child not only becomes good in chess as a sport, but also enhances his or her logical reasoning, critical thinking, focus, concentration, and IQ. In this competition, we have 1,600 students participating from different parts of the world. The arbitrators for this competition are Mr. Shivakant Mishra and Mr. Rupesh Chaudhary. I would now like to mention the rules and regulations for the tournament. This is an individually played tournament for children up to the age of 18 years. All the participants are divided into 4 categories according to their age, that is under 7, under 11, under 15 and under 18. The tournament will be held on www.leechess.org. All the participants will log into Zoom and Leechess simultaneously during the tournament. The Zoom login name for the participants will be the full name of the child. The participant must keep their cameras and microphones on at all times during the tournament to avoid disqualification. Prompting or guiding the child during the match is strictly prohibited. Please check your internet connection, your cameras and microphones before the tournament to avoid any last-minute glitches. There should be no background noise during the tournament. In case of a tie, the winner will be decided as per the point system of Leechess. All the participants will be awarded e-certificates within 30 days of the tournament. The prize structure. The first prize to the winner in each category is rupees 15,000 rupees. The second prize is 7,000 rupees and the third prize is 4,000 rupees in each category. Wow. These prizes are jointly awarded by Achhe Karam Foundation and Added India to motivate the participants. I would like to share that Achhe Karam Foundation has extended their support to motivate the children to follow their passion in times of the pandemic. Achhe Karam Foundation, spearheaded by Mrs. Ria Juneja, who wants to help our little hearts with love for a better and a healthier living and help children to follow their dreams. We at Added India give our best wishes to all the participants and may the best one win with honesty. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Samriddhi. I would be failing in my duties here if I do not mention Mr. Bharat Arora, Secretary Action Committee, who has actually been the backbone of this entire tournament and who has been with me standing and encouraging me to take up this huge responsibility. So thank you, Bharat sir, for always being there for us. Prachi ma'am, over to you. Mrs. Prachi.
Thank you.
At the Vidya Bharati School will propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you very much. I, on behalf of entire Action Committee of Private Unaided Schools and the Fraternity of Indians, thank you, Mr. Ganpati and Mr. Thakkar, for gracing this occasion. The candid glimpses that you've shared today, no doubt, will be a source of inspiration for many, especially during these challenging times. The commitment, hard work, and sacrifice that you clearly have made to get where you are again a source of inspiration. And frankly, on my behalf, your enthusiasm for your sport has been so contagious that I do believe, like Mr. Bhattacharya, I'm slightly too old to take up sailing at this age, but definitely it's going to be on a yacht the next, as soon as the lockdown is lifted. So thank you very much for sharing your contagion for water, sailing, everything. It was extremely interesting to hear you speak so candidly about your experiences since you were 7 and 11 years old. So thank you very much there. I would also like to thank our president, Mr. S.K. Bhattacharya, under whose guidance these events are initiated. He's a source of motivation to all of us. His vision, foresight has been instrumental in bringing all of us together within the school fraternities of Delhi as well as nationally. A big thank you to Madam Mini Khanna, principal, and her team at Greenfields, who have enabled this event to be held and conducted in the manner it has been conducted at such a large scale. Our General Secretary, like Mrs. Mini Khanna, I don't want to speak too much, but he is absolutely a backbone for all the events that we hold, and obviously a pillar of strength for all the school fraternity within Delhi. The executive members of Action Committee, a lot of us are here today with us here today, whose input has been prevalent throughout and has made Action Committee at the pinnacle of its success today. The team at Added, thank you, Miss Ambika Malhotra and Miss Samriddhi Gambhir. Without your input and foresight, we would not have been here today. So there's a lot of people whose input has made this event possible and successful. I must mention all the principals who are here today with us, who have graced this occasion and also enabled their own school students to be part of this event, which promises to be an enthralling experience for one and all. This inter-school international chess tournament would give an opportunity to a lot of school students during the summer vacations to participate virtually and obviously win awards at the scale that they are. On behalf of all the Indians today, I want to wish you the very best of luck, Mr. Ganpati and Mr. Thakkar, and we look forward to seeing you in India soon with the trophies in hand. So thank you very, very much for being here today. Thank you everyone for making this event successful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I would like to thank everyone for joining us here today. For everyone who's been watching us live on Facebook and Instagram, as well as YouTube, thank you so much. And may the best child win, and hopefully the tournament commences tomorrow. And best of luck to everybody once again. Take care and hope you all are safe.
Thank you.